Finally, what I would like to touch on as far as the bit options go is the combination bit. Initially, people look at it in horror and think it's very complex and as such must be a very harsh and severe bit. The reality is that it's one of the softest and kindest bits and certainly one of the most effective bits in the Myler range. It is initially designed, or was initially designed, by the Myler brothers for what they call starting, or we would call breaking in or beginning to mouth your horse, because of the options that it has. Most of you will be familiar with knotted rope halters, and we've got knots here for nose pressure. We've got the corresponding curve strap, which goes behind the horse's jaw, a lot further up than from the curb groove under the chin. We have a sliding action between the curb strap and the nose piece and knots, so it works similar to a hackamore. And then we have the mouthpiece itself. This is a level 2. Is not fixed, so that it is soft and the horse can play with it in its mouth to become familiar with it without applying any immediate pressure. As you can see, this sliding action works on the horse's nose, and they've designed it for starting or for mouthing horses because it's initially fitted with the curb strap. Just one finger is ideal behind the horse's jaw, and it asks the horse to flex and turn independent of the bit action. Now, people look at the options. You've got your top ring here for your cheek piece. Your rein can either go here on the top ring, the middle ring, or the bottom ring. Dale Myler always recommends going to the bottom ring because then it is more effective on the nose and also on the pole. It's an exceptionally soft bit because it spreads the pressure between the horse's mouth, the nose, the curb and the chain. Whilst it is suitable and designed initially for the training of young horses in Australia and New Zealand, our biggest market for this bit is polocross or eventing and show jumping. Because of the pressure and release. How many times do you see someone galloping around on a cross-country course, hauling on the horse's reins, or the show jumping, trying to bring the horse back under control, ready for the next fence? And by the end of the course, often the horse's mouth is numb and the rider's hands or arms are tired and have got no further strength. The reality of this, with the sliding action, the minute the horse eases up, the pressure comes off and it trains the horse to be more responsive. Ideal for your eventers and your show jumpers, for you nice petite young ladies riding big heavy warm bloods or stroppy thoroughbreds. In your manual on page 9, it goes into greater detail about the combination bit. Don't be put off by the imagery because it shows a rawhide noseband, which is illegal for us to bring into Australia and New Zealand. And you'll notice on the example here, we have the treated leather. Now there's also this interesting little piece of string attached to it that often puzzles people. This is purely designed to be able to be undone and tied up to the brow band to help the nose piece stay in place. Often removed altogether, but it is available for your use to help support the noseband in the correct position. I will reiterate that the curb strap should just have one finger between it and the horse's jawline, and Dale Myler recommends fitting the bit and standing behind the horse's head and adjusting the reins and flex the horse before mounting the horse and riding the bit with it. I've had a number of examples of success with this bit with customers that are retraining thoroughbred racehorses and even harness racing horses who have had all sorts of bits and cheek pieces and head checks and boring poles all fitted on them in their racing career, and when they want to be retrained for more pleasure riding or some equestrian discipline, they really have no mouths or are not responsive to the bit at all. They generally respond exceedingly well to this type of bit. Remember, you have a number of available resources to you. Just simply contact the team at Zilco. Make sure that you have the current Myler Bit manual with all the details in it. Kelly in our Sydney office has also taken the information from the Myler Bit manual and condensed it on a clue card so that it easily breaks down the Myler Bit coding system, making it exceedingly simple. It tells you how each individual bit code is put together by combining the mouthpieces and the cheek pieces code and the size of the bit. Also on the back page, it also reiterates the type of bits and mouthpieces that are legal for dressage in both countries. Also available is the CD, training CD, and the Myler Bit book, which goes into great detail, and it's available from Zilco also. The other thing I find a lot of customers find very helpful is we can provide you a list of the most popular selling bits, because in my visits to stores and customers, I'm often asked, well, what should we initially stock? So we have all the historical history of the best-selling bits, Myler bits, going back several years. So we can put a suggested stocking list through to you for you to be able to know where to begin. Obviously, geographically, demographics and climatic conditions can change from one part of the country to the other, but it certainly gives you a good starting block. I hope that you found the video most helpful, and remember to contact any of us here at Zilco to help you out if you've got any questions or queries.